Mr. Srikanth, they say it takes one idea, it takes one person, it takes one thought or one action. I want to ask you, you tried to change the entire education system at one point of time. Certain laws had to be changed. It was a tedious process. Tell me a bit about how much can passion do without the support of law, and what is it you'd like to see changes in our country that's hindering a person from flourishing or fulfilling their dreams?
You see, one idea it takes one idea to change everything, but it takes the whole life. You know, because I am a man who always perceived the world in a very different way. I don't believe in someone's shoes, because I believe God can only give us starting circumstances, but we make our own destiny. The future is in our hands with just enough randomness to make things interesting and less predictable. I am a man who does not believe astrology or planetary motions. Rather, I am a man who creates or writes my own planetary chart. I decide my life that no one negotiates. And I live the life that no one has as any stake. I think that is what it takes to change anything in this world. Because for us, we all simply say, ye mere se nahi hoga, let someone do it, why would I want to do this? And let us be the change seeker. But it is people like me who are born to do that, born to be that symbol of change. I don't know why I was born, but I know that I cannot wait for any change to come, but rather I want to walk right into the change that I want to see. And this infatuation or this mad thinking or this attraction, law of attraction, or whatever you think of, right? I think this is what makes me to get into problems and get thrown out of the school or whatever. So when we were living in a boarding school, so we were not allowed to go out. And we had no option of speaking to our own parents, because we were poor kids and we had no phones and we were not allowed to have phones rather, or we can't even afford to have phones. So I thought about it very vividly and then set up a coin box right in the closet of my own clothes so that then the management doesn't see it. And that's how I was able to support many people to speak to their parents by putting up a coin there. So coin and my life has a great connection. But my first business failed because the management was so mad and they threw the coin box into the nala which flows from my just right beside my school, my boarding hostel. I said, that's fine. I think maybe this is too small for me because this is not something that I would be thinking about. And then I fought a lot of challenges with the management. One day a donor came in, just as you have seen in the movie, and I was able to express how we were badly treated. But the repercussion was I was thrown out of the school. When you get negative thing in your own life, you will be thinking about it so deep that you forget to see what is open for you. Because when the door is closed, we don't realize that there is a small window open. Because we look at the closed door so long and we forget everything. That's when my second inning of my life began. I was able to go out and study with normal kids, that too in Chinmaya Vidyalaya, because I have a great emotion there as well, in Begumpet, Hyderabad. So I think everything that happens in life is for a reason. Nothing is a blessing in life and nothing is a disguise in life. Everything is a blessing as long as you can turn any disguise into a blessing. That is what I have learned in life, and that is what made me to create these changes. When I did really well in my 10th grade, when I wanted to, from school days, I always wanted to become a doctor. It was later when I realized that I can't do proper justice being a doctor. That's when I manifested, TK, if I cannot become a doctor, that's fine. I wanted to take up maths, physics and chemistry in the +1 and 2 level in the state board matriculation. That's when the big surprise hit me that blind students cannot study. So I said, nothing doing. This is something I want to do it, whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. And we filed a high court case at the age of 17, fought for 8 months. In the meanwhile, I studied in Chinmaya Vidyalaya, got dropped out of that school without even telling my own class teacher. So I'm also a successful dropout in some way. And then studied and started studying in a small boutique college in Hyderabad. Scored 98%, not simply passed, scored 98%, proving that showing the world that people without sight but with full of vision can conquer anything, and nothing is too, no big goal is too small, too big for them, and everything looks too small. I think that is my success recipe of mantra or whatever you call. Take life as it is, live this life with full of happiness, believe in your own spark, and do what you are passionate about. But of course, listening to your own teachers, parents, and everyone around us is always a wise attitude, but you don't have to succumb to it. Whenever someone says no to me, I will never succumb to that, but I rather use my own wisdom and thinking, but move forward in life. But one thing was, I never learned to say sorry in life, but with the wisdom, I have learned how powerful it is and how relaxing and spiritual it is to say sorry when you do in fact make a mistake. Because I will close by saying this, entrepreneurship is like a spiritual journey. Ultimately, it is a very lonely path. It is so lonely because no one understands why do you want to take huge risk, work so hard and put yourself through a roller coaster ride. Even today, if you go and ask my father, what do you want Srikanth to do? He would happily smile and say, I want him to get a government job and get married to a pretty girl. Getting married to a pretty girl is not a big challenge because I'm already married to a girl of my choice with a deep romantic love story. But working for someone else, let alone for the government, fills me with total dread. And that is why I became an entrepreneur, my dear friends.
Wow. We can take this conversation anywhere we like, but we also have to take the conversation towards you all to ask questions. You all have a lot of questions, I'm sure. It'll only be fair to give you a chance. You're already standing up. But before that, before we get to the students, I'd like a few words about the teachers. Your story, on one angle, Mr. Srikanth, is a lovely story of the power of a teacher. The influence a teacher can have on a student.
Yes.
And this can be the best advanced Teachers' Day wish we can give to all the teachers coming in the next 3 days.
I think I am sitting here able to speak this language, able to communicate my thoughts, express my ideas. It is purely because of all the sacrifices and efforts put in by my own teachers in school. So we have to give best piece of success, best piece of share and equity in our own life to our own teachers, my dear friends. Because all the investors want equity. All our teachers want is our prosperity. No teacher in the world expects piece of our success. But instead, they want us to grow even further. That is the mindset and beauty of a teacher.
Super.
It's a selfless, no expectation service rendered to every student that he or she serves to. So I really appreciate all the efforts put in by the teachers. I will tell you one small incident. When I was in class 5, I was 2 years ahead of my age. So my teacher and my principal came to me and said, Srikanth, you know what? You're doing so well, but you're doing very terribly bad in English grammar. And that's why we are not able to double promote you to 7th grade because you have to be in 7th grade by now. Then I promised that day to my own teacher, said, please give me an opportunity. You believe me, I don't need grammar to become a leader. But all that I need is a courage and bigger dream that you have already given me. Whatever skills that I need to become a global leader, I already have it because you have already given it to me. By showing that there is no limitation in me. So that interaction changed the whole thing. And my principal said, okay, you do better in grammar. That day I promised her, I will not only do well in grammar, but I'll become the best speaker who would inspire everybody in the future.
Wow.
I think after 15 years, it is becoming true. And 15 years back, my teachers had great faith in me. 20 years back or 20 to 15 years back, they had this great faith in me that one day I would touch the sky and I will not let them down. Very soon, I will touch the sky and there is no limitation. And I will lead this country by being the noble president and an empowered president of this country.
Wow. So we're talking to the future president of our country, which is a big dream and a big honor. For all the teachers, you know your power. You all can create several Mr. Srikanths with your faith and your guidance. And for all the students who want to become like this, You know you have to honor, respect, and follow your teachers. I think that's a simple learning that we can take. We're going to the Q&A. We have a lineup of questions. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Nakshatra of grade 12, and my question for you is, how do you wish to be remembered by in the future, and what legacy do you wish to leave behind?
I think a born hero who is very loving, compassionate, caring, business leader. That's all. No big titles. I think I'm a common man who just lives life the way I love to live, because I don't let anybody to decide what I should do or what I should not do. So I am the way it is, because everybody asks me, if you get an opportunity, would you swap with any character? I said, मैं जैसा हूँ वैसा हूँ. I am just what I am, and I wish to be like this. Want to perceive the wildest dreams that I think needs to be perceived and that I love. I think it's all that my love and empathy for people, for environment, for sustainability, because we at Bolent have a very simple vision of creating world-class products that people should be proud of using from waste, while empowering marginalized communities and using marginalized people. I think it's a simple vision, but it takes the whole lifetime to implement it. And we recycle anything and everything that you throw, ranging from agricultural palm leaves to plastics to paper to pharma waste to biomedical waste to anything. And we create wonderful products out of it, and by being a zero waste company. So I truly love what I'm doing, and I truly want to continue to create this impact across India and out of India to the entire nation, to the entire world, and make the globe a Vasudhaiva Kutumbam end of the day, because we are a one family and one nation.
Namaste, sir. I'm Joy Jarin from Reeds World School. I'm elated to be here today. My question for you is, as a successful entrepreneur, what advice would you like to give to young people who also aspire to make a difference in this world, sir?
I think I'll correct this question. I am not still successful entrepreneur. I am an aspiring entrepreneur just like you, because we are all on the same boat. See, success for me or for you should not be a one-stop destiny. It's a journey that will live forever, and the journey that we embrace and we truly celebrate every day. As I said, entrepreneurship is like a journey. So we have to cross one goal at a time, because you start the company and you make a product and you ensure how to make it better. So it is not creating a product and selling it to a company or an investor. Entrepreneurship is a passion, and we have to be here in a longer period of time. And I love being an entrepreneur forever, creating the next big ideas, because I feel, any innovation that we design or implement should be affordable to mass, or else I am right there to take on the toughest innovation of the world and ensure I make it best quality but easily available for masses. I think I always want to make the Maruti rather than make Mercedes. I believe in serving the masses. I believe in creating the companies that should last forever, while serving the social responsibility of empowerment of people, sustainability, while giving great product to people. And because, when I saw a small manufacturing sector in India 8 to 10 years ago, I saw a lot of problems. Everybody said, I'm an idiot coming from US. Why do I want to get into a kachra business of recycling paper and making plates or whatever products? I think everybody said, abhi tak people perceived you as ganda because you are blind, but now they are also going to perceive you as, no, abhi tak people were just perceived you as blind, but now they are going to perceive you as bad guy or a ganda man, because I am tackling waste. But that day I told them, it is this waste that I am going to make gold out of. And the whole world is going to be very, very mad about this idea in the next 20 years to come. And that is what we are talking about today. Today the buzz is all about recycling and sustainability. 10 years ago we realized this, and we have implemented the same. So our idea has to be powerful enough, and that it should spark the whole world. But we don't have to come down or let down by any external barriers, be it in the form of investors, be it in the form of your own parents, teachers, whoever it is. If they say this will fail, think about it and make it better, but don't leave it. I think that is a message I always have. And see, in your life, you have to go like a condemned man when you leave this world. yes, I have tried everything and succeed and became successful in many things. If you try everything, you will get something. But if you only try something, you will get nothing. Therefore, you should not have regret of not trying anything while you are alive in this world, and create that mark for you before you finish your generation. Be yourself, believe in your own spark. There's no one who has to evaluate whether your idea is bad or good. It is you who needs to evaluate and take your idea forward while listening and taking feedback and constantly improving on your model, execution, idea and everything. Because every idea is so powerful, but the way you execute is what it matters. If you have a wonderful idea like the first prize winners today, but if they don't execute it well tomorrow, this will go to dust. That's why focus on your execution, be a first mover, do as fast as possible, as clean as possible. I think that's when you will be a glorious entrepreneur.
Thank you so very much. Can we please give Mr. Srikanth Bolla a huge round of applause?